Hey guys, before we get into the fees, I just want to say two quick things. The first thing and most important thing is Happy New Year. I hope you enjoyed the festive period. Hope you got everything you asked for Christmas, etc., etc., and adjusting back to reality as easy as possible. The second thing is I've been saying this for a while now, and you're probably getting sick of me saying it, but I'm approaching 100 subs. I'm almost there. This is mainly for the new subs who have appeared after I've said previously said it, but yeah, I'm approaching the 100 subs, and for the 100 sub special, it's going to be a Q&A. So I need questions now. The suggestion eye is going to probably be in one corner, and the annotation is going to be in the other corner. But regardless of which one you click, it's going to open in a new link. I would really like it if you left some questions, so click on that now, so just in case you forget by the end of the video, click on that now, and there'll be a video with the rules on the questions. They're not too strict, but I would really like that all the questions be on that page, so it's just easier for me to find later. And yeah, I've got about 10 questions now, and got about 10 questions now, but I would really like some more questions so that the videos can be as good as possible. But again, I'd like to say there's no obligation to participate. I just personally really wish that you would, just to make it as good as possible, really. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna shut up now. Let's get into the reviews. Hey guys, how you doing? This is Mongo etc. I'm here today to bring the review for Bubuki Buranki episode 1. The first thing I want to say is that bear with me, get me, this is the first episode. There's a lot of names to remember. These are all Japanese names, so if I can't remember a character's name, just bear with me. It's first episode, like give me a couple of episodes to remember everybody's name, and then we'll be on point. But the first part of this episode is basically flashback, and flashback to an island which is in the sky, and it's just a family flashback, a family of 4. We have our main character Azuma, his twin sister, and then the mom and the dad. So we see just life for them on this island. We see the bro and the sister interact with each other, and just by what we see on screen, it is just like not foreshadowed. I forgot the word. Basically, what I'm trying to say here is that from what we see, it seems like this little sister was stronger than the bro in terms of skill. Like we see them showcasing this power. We don't know what this power is yet called or what it can do, but we see them showcase the power, and the little sister has more control of the power than the bro at the time of 10 years ago. One thing I do want to mention is, why is the little girl's power red when we see the bro's power is blue, and also the mum's power is also blue, and with the dad not having no power at all? So yeah, like I said before, we see them just living on this island. We see the 2 kids have their 6th birthday, and we basically find out, from what I can tell, they was on this island living, and the mum was dealing with the Buranki that turned up. I think she was on this island to prevent a Buranki takeover, and I think Burankis are just robots, some sort of form of robots. That's all the Buranki that we see on this episode, and they're just big and just robot looking. And yeah, so we find out that the mum is sick, or she's sick for some reason. The dad suggests that they go back down to the surface to get support, but I think the mum was saying no, it's too late, and she wants to start training the kids in order to use Obu, which I think is also a Buranki, but a good Buranki. Anyway, as this part goes on, as this flashback goes on, the sister gets impatient and she tries to use Obi, and within this time she accidentally activates like a whole load of Buranki. I think she activates the Buranki, so I lost for words there. she activates the like server Buranki, so now there's a Buranki outbreak. That's what I'm supposed to say, and so yeah, the mum has to deal with it, but in order to deal with it, she feels that she needs to be left alone. So she sent the Azuma, the main character, his sister, and his dad in Obu down to the surface. And that's where we find out that 10 years has passed. So Azuma now is 16, and we just see him. He's on the run from the police, and I can't remember if it was the Bubuki police and the Buranki prison or the other way around. But from what I can tell, it seems that how these things are illegal. These things are illegal, so they're trying to stop anyone that's basically involved and using them. This is what I got from what we saw in the episode. But yes, these things are illegal, but we have people using Bubuki powers in order to capture people that are using them. So within this episode, we see Azuma get captured, and they're questioning him about this heart. And they're like, where's the heart? And like, we can get readings on this heart. So that's another thing that comes out of this episode is like, what is this heart thing that they keep referring to? And yeah, so we see him get broken out of prison by a group of people. Not sure who this group of people are, but it is safe to assume that they have met before. We've got the interaction between Azuma and the one that actually broke him out, the girl who had the hand Bubuki. Yeah, so yeah, we know that they have met prior, so I'm just assuming that all of them have met prior or they have some knowledge of one another. But basically, this group of people have been waiting for this day today, the Memorial Day, to revive Obi, which is in the Buranki prison. We also find out within this episode that it was. We also find out that in this episode that Azuma's mum was framed for the outbreak, framed for something. I can't remember exactly what now. Framed for something, but that's not the case. So it looks like the bad guys of this series is going to be the people who framed Azuma's mum, and that was the chick with the red hair. I've forgotten her name right now. So we find out that Azuma's only just come back to Japan, I think it was, and he's been looking for something all this time. I can assume that he was looking for Obi. But what I also want to say is, what happened to the dad and the little girl? Are they dead? Have they been captured? Where are they now? One thing that I do want to mention is that I don't think that the sister is dead, because there was this bit just before the mom sent them away in Obi where they joined hands, and the mom says something on the lines of, as long as you two join hands, there's nothing you together you guys can't do, or something like that. I think that's foreshadowing for how that later on in the series it's going to take the two of them to accomplish something. Yeah, I think that's, the dad could be dead though. Dad wasn't like needed, like he couldn't even use powers. So yeah. So at the very end of the episode, we see Azuma running towards what we think is Obi, and he's like Obu, sorry, and he's like, yeah, I need Obu so I can see my mom again. So I think he wants to, just get Obu up and running so he can go back up to the Sky Island to see what happened with his mom. I think he believes that his mom is still alive, and that's what he wants to do. But it seems that how I think his name was Hii, and he seems to have another reason for why he wants Obu to be like restored, revived, because he's like, we see him think, yeah, Azuma, go do that for me. So yeah, like I'm sorry that this it's a complicated first episode. So this review is a bit messy, but I am enjoying the series so far. Can't wait until next episode. Also want to know more about how, because the girl with the hand who saved Azuma, she got really mad when she saw this guy with the hat. It's like, you killed my father. I don't want you to. I don't want you to kill anyone else that I care about. So I'm interested to see where that's going as well. And yeah, like I said previously, what happened to the sister, what happened to the dad. And yeah, so I'm enjoying the series so far. This review's a bit messy, a bit of a complicated first episode. We'll just see where it goes with it. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 star rating and call it a review. So like always guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, but most importantly, take care, have a nice day.